You went from Sweden to Marbella to Bangkok. The next month going to Koh Samui. What happened before? Tell me your story, bro.
So I was born in Syria. The war and everything, we had to flee Sweden. So me and my 3 siblings. It was tough, as you could imagine. Don't have a house, don't have money, no nothing. I started reading like financial reports. I learned a lot about business. That I searched on YouTube how to pick your best business idea. At one time I was running 7 different businesses. None of them were making money. You need to become the person who's able to make 10k per month. It's all about mindset. And then I stumbled upon this course. I took out a loan on my dad's name, bought the course, and I landed my first client in less than 30 days.
And now you charge like 25k for a package.
Welcome to the Willionaire Podcast. I'm Will, founder of Willionaire. If you're running a 6 or 7-figure business, looking to grow faster, connect deeper, and live bigger, then you're in the right place. Inside the Willionaire community, we host sick trips, powerful masterminds, and have real conversations that all move the needle forward. And this podcast, it's simply just a reflection of that energy. In this podcast, you're going to hear from Willionaire members and other top business minds from around the globe. These people have built amazing companies, but even better lives. We're here to show you what's working, challenge the norm, and see everyone rise. So whether you're tuning in from a beach, a boardroom, or you're on a flight to your next mastermind, get ready. This is the Willionaire Podcast.
Hey, how's it going, bro?
Yo, amazing, G.
Good. So coming up, this is our 2nd week in Bangkok. To be honest, it's absolutely flew by.
Yeah, bro. I don't, like, it feels like we've been here for 2 days.
Yeah,
it's
no.
Fucking 2 weeks now.
The first week, I'd say, our sleep was just fucked.
Yeah, bro, I was sleeping at like 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 7 a.m. Like, I went to sleep at 7 a.m.
Do you know what's crazy, though? I've traveled the world a lot now. For the past 15 months, I've probably been to, like, I don't know, 16 different countries, probably over 50 different flights, and I've never experienced jet lag, despite going from Europe to Asia like 4 times now.
Only with me.
Only with you, I got jet lag, bro. I mean, to be fair, we were in Marbella, and we were in Marbella with 9 of the Willionaire boys. Some would say we were locked in. Some would say we weren't. We were getting a shit ton of work done. I hit a record month. Yeah, we're having fun. Everyone hit their record months. We were just not optimized. Yeah. Like, our sleep was all over the place. We were going to bed at like midnight, 1 a.m., which wasn't bad because we're still waking up, we're still training and stuff. It was going fine. Fast forward like the month, we arrive in Bangkok. The first night we went to sleep at 6 a.m. And then the second night, and then the third night, and then the 4th night. And I was like, oh dear, something needs to change here.
Oh yeah, and you bought those sleeping pills. They were supposed to help us fall asleep, but they didn't.
They helped you stay asleep. So we were waking up at like 3 p.m.
Yeah, that wasn't what we needed.
Yeah, but now I've got a nice sleep stack. I've got ZMA, 5-HTP, cod liver oil, if that even helps with sleep. Got the melatonin.
Melatonin is bangers.
Yeah, bro, that gets you sleep. You're supposed to take 10 milligrams, put 3 in your mouth, gobble them up, and you're asleep, mate.
Same, I did that yesterday. I woke up at 6 today. Now I'm waking up at 6 a.m. instead of going to sleep at 6 a.m.
How the tables turn. Yeah, I'm glad we are back in a routine, though, because I was reflecting on this. I was like, damn, this has been a record month so far, and we're only like 14 days in. Imagine if we were fully locked in. Imagine if the routine was dialed. Imagine if I was meditating every morning. Imagine if I was getting 8 hours sleep with 50% REM sleep. Imagine what the month would look like then. But then I also think that everything happens for a reason. It's a domino effect. So if I change some part of my past, if I change some part of the last, say, 6 weeks, then would have the dominoes hit in such a way that would have landed to this moment right now? Probably not.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually. I would have never changed anything that's happened in the past.
Neither. Not one bit. What was your thoughts on Marbella?
Bro, I fucking loved it. I'd never met any of you guys before in real life. I've never spoken to Alfie. I thought Alfie was this, like, nerd or whatever, like, just this, like, whose name is Alfie, you know? What the fuck?
It's quite a common name in England.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've never met anyone, like, named Alfie. I had spoken to Jack before on the phone and stuff about sales. I've spoken to you, obviously, but not to Alfie. Then we land there, Jack and Alfie picks me up, and I hear his accent. Scouse? It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, is that even English?
We got that first encounter on the Willionaire vlog.
Yeah.
If you've not seen it, Willionaire vlog, Marbella part 1. You see Alfie and who was it? Alfie and Jack picking you up,
Yeah.
and you're like, bro, your accent, I can't understand.
Yeah, it was so hard for me to understand, but now I love it. Always a G.
Alfie's a G.
But yeah, we just like,
You helped him, bro. You helped him a lot in Marbella.
yeah, he started his online business coaching now. He helps people get into rent to rent in the UK.
Yeah.
Bro, we launched it. No ads, no nothing. We just created this ICP, like the client that he wants to go after. We created a sick offer for him to launch. We created a sales process, just like basics. Like we didn't even overcomplicate it, no nothing. Posted some stuff on IG, told him what to write, told him how to reach out. Fucking made like 5 sales in 2 days. He collected £14,000 in 2 days, didn't he? Right?
Yeah, and like £22,000 in the first
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, exactly. And like in less than a month, he kept sending me like one more closed, cash collected, one more closed. Like I have screenshots on that from my WhatsApp. I think he's made now like £22,000
Yeah.
in his first month, less than 30 days. Yeah, it's amazing.
You know what that is though? That's a testament to one, yourself and all the boys individually. Like you giving him your business knowledge. Like you weren't gatekeeping anything. You were helping him generally as a friend. Jack was helping him with the sales. Whether or not he used it is a different question. Julius was helping him in the DMs.
Yeah.
Everyone was like putting their 50 pence in, you know, to help him do this because he was a complete virgin of the online space.
He didn't have a Stripe account. He didn't use
Google Calendar?
Google Calendar. It was like, calendar? What's that?
Yeah. And it's also a testament to like Willie there. Like, imagine if he never came on that trip. He would have never acquired those 3 properties in Marbella, 2 of them on the port side. He would have never launched his online info product, and he would have never scaled it to £22,000 in the first month if it wasn't for like the boys in there.
That's actually true.
That's what
Crazy.
makes me feel good, you know, seeing that.
Good.
Yeah. Like, that's like ultimate job fulfillment.
Yeah. It's actually crazy. I was on the phone with him yesterday, I think, and he was telling me about like the coaching. He's just loving it.
Mm.
So he says now, like, I think I want to focus on this,
Really?
to let this be my main thing, because his mentees has also seen results. Like he's helping them get viewings and land their first like rent-to-rent deals or whatever it's called. So he's loving it.
Yeah. Respect. Kudos to him.
Yeah.
That's quality.
And you know what I thought was crazy also with Marbella?
Mm.
Like, I had never met any of you guys. But when we left at the end of the 30 days, it felt like I'd known you guys for like years.
Yeah.
Jack, I've only like spoken to him on the phone. When I met him, it was just like instant connection, as if we were brothers. Like, you know, no questions asked. You know, same with Alfie. Like, I fucking speak to him now, like as if he's one of my family members. Like, as I call my mom, I call him. Like, it's the same. Same with Jack. Same with you. Now I'm fucking living with you.
Yeah. Crazy. We're going to be living together 3 months on the trot.
Yeah.
1 month in Marbella, 1 month in Bangkok, 1 month in Samui.
Yeah.
Are you going to come to my family holiday in Turkey too?
Yeah, I don't know about that. No. So I'm missing my family now. I need to meet them.
How do you feel like, what do you think the difference is between meeting like entrepreneurs online, like opposed to a Google Meet or a Zoom call, and then meeting them up face to face?
No, I'm all about the face-to-face things.
Same.
Like, meeting online is fun and all that. Like, I speak to Sam, also one of the millionaires, every Sunday. Sunday or is it Saturday? Whatever. Every weekend. And we have done that for like the last couple of months. And I love it. Like, Sam is a G. I've never met him in real life. I would love to. So I like connecting online is also a thing. But meeting each other in person is a different thing. Like, you're just
Completely.
living with people doing the same things as you, having the same mindset as you, thinking about the same goals as you, working towards the same goals as you. What more could you dream? Like,
It's
what
like
more do you
having an
want?
in-person AI or in-person coach. It's like if you've got a question or you want some feedback, just boom, someone's like there at your disposal. You can just
That's
ask.
so true. Actually, Marbella changed a lot for me too.
Really?
I started my own online consulting business, and I would have never done that if I wasn't in Marbella. I would probably just do my agency still.
Yeah.
And I loved my agency and all that. Like, I can run whatever business you want. I just love business overall. But the consulting thing is something that I've always wanted to do. And being in Marbella with you guys, you helped me realize that, bro, like, do that, you know?
Yeah.
The thing with Alfie, same with Jack, I was able to help him to launch his offer a little bit too. I hope I've been helpful to you in some ways.
Of course.
And I realized, damn, like, first of all, I love this, I enjoy this. I love everything about business. I love helping people. Even better, I love helping my friends with business. Let's do that then, you know? And I don't think I would have done that if I was still in my room in Sweden, just working.
Just grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in Marbella, quite a lot of people change directions a little bit.
Bro, if you think about it, you started Willie Never Send.
Yep.
Alfie started his own offer. I started my own offer. Jack started his own offer.
Ned changed his ICP.
Ned changed his ICP. Julius is fucking grinding and locked in.
Kasim popped in for a week.
Kasim popped in for a week. Got coached by Jack.
Yeah. I closed the Willionaire and Send in person thanks to you. Niels.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Niels jumped in. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
Yeah, Marbella was quite something. Just after we left, it started raining. Like Jack FaceTimed me the other day, and he's got his girl there now.
Yeah.
It's just pissing down with rain.
Yeah, I saw that.
And we're in Bangkok.
Yeah. I was like, bro, I'm looking forward to Koh Samui.
Koh Samui's a magical place. When we booked that amazing 4-bed villa,
I was about to cry.
I wasn't about to cry. I was getting a bit emotional though, and I was like, Meher, bro, like, something was quite strange. It was almost very familiar. I'd never been to the villa before. I've never seen it before. But the view from the pool was exactly how I imagined waking up in Koh Samui. So a bit of backstory. When I first moved to Koh Samui on the 1st of January 2024, spent 6K on a mentorship. The other 4K I just spent somehow. I don't know what on, but I did. And then I had nothing.
What it went on.
I just dumped my girlfriend to like put a fire up my arse. I knew my granddad was going to die and I wasn't going to see him again. I missed my family. And I was craving that comfort, you know. I was proper craving comfort. And I had no money. But every single morning I'd wake up and I'd just have this view. It's in Boput and you could see the other island, Koh Phangan, in the sea. It was just beautiful. And I'd sit there and meditate, journal, affirmations, all of this self-development grind that you've got to do in order to actually get started and prove to yourself that you can do like entrepreneurship. I was doing all of that. And even though I had nothing, and I was quite down and sad, I turned to stoicism and kept a proper strong mindset. And I just look at that view every single morning and just see like the colours of the sun rising and the sun setting at night. And I'd hear the birds and the crickets and the lizards. I'd hear the water from the swimming pool in the villa upstairs because I was in this small apartment underneath a villa. And yeah, it was just magical. And when I was booking the villa, I was like, wow, this is bringing me back. Then it led us to a lot of reflection. And I thought, would Will, who was grinding his arse off in that 1-bedroom studio apartment, would he be proud of the version of me that's going back? What did he expect the version of Will who goes back to Koh Samui would be like? And it took us a while. I thought quite deeply. And my business is in a position where I never thought it would be in back then. Making more money, got better connections, doing insane activities with the boys. But the only thing that could be better is physique. So I'm coming to an end of a bulk right now, putting on some tissue. I was like, fuck. Will last year had this philosophy of always being ripped. So after that, I called up my online fitness coach. I was like, brother, we need to cut now. I've got 4 weeks until I go to Koh Samui. I need to go back diced. So that's a promise I made to myself. And now I want to cut. And we're going to be ready and shreddy when we get there.
I'm joining them on the cut. I've been bulking now for a year.
We need to, bro. We're going to have Ned there. Pro bodybuilder. He's going to be judging us.
Yeah, it will be. I'm fucking just making fun of us in the gym.
Yeah.
Only that. Come on, put on some weight.
Bro, you're going to enjoy Samui.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Bro.
Someone messaged me actually saying, Samui is a great place to go, but there's not many entrepreneurs there. And I laughed.
not many entrepreneurs there.
Yeah, I was like, that's why we're taking 15 with us. Bro, there's going to be 3 villas. Boys are already living out there. There's like 4 or 5 boys who already live out there. Lads are meeting us there. It's going to be an insane month.
Yeah, it is. I spoke to Tully. He's coming there.
Yep.
I spoke to Alex. He's there already. He's living there.
Luke Jeffrey's there already too.
Yeah.
Nick's there already.
It's crazy.
Jose's flying from Brazil.
Oh yeah, that's also crazy, bro. I've been in touch with Jose also, like, a lot, because
Agency.
he's also running an agency. But you know, I was thinking about something when you told me about the Samui thing, like when you first went to Samui, you were doing all these self-development things, like the mindset stuff and like meditations, journaling, all these things. And I thought about it because I was speaking to a friend of mine, an old friend of mine. We've been friends for like 5-6 years or whatever. And he's always told me about things he wants to achieve, like this and that, and he wants to start this business, and I love him as a friend and all that. But he's never taken action on anything. He's always been stuck in this I'm researching phase or learning phase, was never implemented anything. And I think it was Charlie Morgan who said it, or I remember it from him. To make 10K per month, you need to become the person who's able to make 10K per month. And that's exactly what you were doing.
Yeah.
You weren't making 10K per month when you first moved to Samui. But you were transforming yourself to become that person who will be able to make 10K per month one day. That's exactly what you need to do. And it's the same thing over and over again. Like, now you need to become that person who's able to make 50K per month. Then you need to become the person who's able to make 100K per month. Because that person is not the same person as the 10K per month.
What gets you from A to B doesn't get you from B to C.
Exactly.
I also thought a very similar thing to you. And as 2023 led me up to this. I've spoke about this on a podcast before. I said if you work on yourself hard enough, the path just illuminates for yourself. And in 2023, I was just back-to-back 5 camps. Lunchtimes on my dinner, like lunchtimes at work, were dialed in. I had an hour break. I'd spend 15 minutes learning Spanish, 15 minutes reading a book, 15 minutes eating, and 15 minutes walking. Like, it was just optimized, like, to the nth degree. It was insane. And so I didn't even know I was doing this, but in the process of doing that, I was becoming the person who makes 10K per month, building the resilience, building the knowledge from the books, building the discipline, building the work ethic. All those things combined. And that just goes to show, like, if you don't know what to do or you don't know how to do it, just work on yourself. Just grind hard. Become a person who's capable of more. Because like Alex Hormozy says, I know that you know this quote, bro, is he says the beautiful thing about hard work is the harder you work, the more you realize you're capable of achieving.
Yeah.
Or words to that effect.
Yeah.
And that's like us right now, man. Like 20K months. Will and Samiri thought that was impossible.
Bro, I could never dream about any of that. Like, that was beyond my dreams 3 years ago.
And now you charge like 25K for a package.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. But it's not anymore, but it was. And like, something that I thought about.
I can see the hamster running in your head right now.
I had it, and while I was trying to say it, I forgot it. Damn. Yeah. Oh, yeah, now I remember. I was speaking to Tully yesterday.
Right.
And he said something funny, like, when he made his first 10K per month, he didn't feel like it was anything special. Like, woke up one day, had 10K in the bank. All right, fun. Like, life still, like, it goes on. And he said something. It was because the person who was making 10K per month had already celebrated it 3 months before.
Yeah.
So when it actually happened, it wasn't crazy because in his mind it had already happened. And I'd never thought about it this way because till yesterday I was still wondering why I could never feel the things that I'm achieving. And I think it's because of it. So when I made my first 10K per month, I sent the message to my family, like, we have a group. And like, yeah, we made 10K per month. Yeah. They were like messaging me, "Whoa, congrats! Like I'm so proud of you," all these things. But I just like turned off my phone, kept working.
Yeah.
I didn't feel anything. I felt it for like a second. And it's the same with like when I made 15K or 20K, when I started hiring people and everything, and started scaling. But it's just because things happen in our mind before it happens in reality. So in our mind, it was a reality before it became one. Does that make sense?
It does make complete sense.
It's so fucked.
It makes complete sense, though.
I'm already making 50K per month in my mind. I'm already making 100K per month in my mind. So when I actually do it, I won't feel it because I'm feeling it right now. Does that make sense?
It makes complete sense.
It's so...
I was telling myself, I wrote down in my journal, like I was making 10K a month, like 6 months before I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was speaking to Tom yesterday
Yeah.
in Willina, and we're just saying, like, when we were hitting 10K months, like, I was struggling to survive, bro.
Yeah.
I was struggling to survive. Everything I made either went straight back in the business or I booked like a flight for a K and then accommodation for a K and then spent like 4 or 5K in that month. Like, it just goes like that.
Yeah. That's true.
Like, realistically, to live a life without limits, you need a lot of money, bro. And I know life isn't all about money. It's freedom.
Yeah, it's not about money. It's about what money can give you.
Yeah. And it's not about happiness either. It's the pursuit of happiness. Well, this is interesting. It's not about the pursuit of happiness. It's about the happiness of the pursuit.
What do you mean?
So it's not more noble to treat your pursuits so sternly that the only positive element of it is the end results and absolutely nothing of the process.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I've always heard about, like, I've been reading books, self-development business since I was 16. I'm 21 now. Just been obsessed. I was stuck in the learning phase for like 3 years till I was 19. That's when I actually started investing in myself, whatever. And I'd always, since the age of 16, 17, 18, 19, I've always heard people and had people telling me, like, enjoy the process. What the fuck does that even mean? What do you mean? No, I don't care about the process. I want to become rich.
Yeah.
So I realized that, like, I want to say like a couple of months ago, maybe 6, 8 months ago, I was journaling. I had just had like a 12-hour workday or 15-hour workday, and I was happy. I was journaling. I was like, I feel amazing. All these things. And the week like that had just passed by, I was miserable. So I went back in my journal. Guess what I was doing the past week?
Not working as hard.
Not working. I had told myself, Mario, you deserve to rest because you've been working so hard. So take a break for a week, do whatever you want, have fun. That was the worst week in my life. Like, not worst in any way. I just mean, like, I wasn't happy. I was just stressed and anxious and be like, all right, I'm watching a movie, but what's the point?
That's
Like,
something
what's
that's
the
worth
point?
breaking, though. Like, that's not ideal.
But
Like,
I'm just happy when I work. Like,
That's
Why is
good,
that
bro.
a
Like, I
problem?
was, like, me and Tom always
I'm
say,
happy when I
put us
work.
in a room, we'll either be doing press-ups or working. But, like, that's good to some degree. And it's like, when I was speaking to Lachlan, like the deep therapy guy, he was saying, like, what do I think success means to me? Or how do I become successful? It's by being disciplined, by sacrificing things. And he was like, but why? Why does success have to come at a cost? Why does your happiness have to come from working? Yes, there's a lot of pros from it, but why can't you be happy when you're doing other things? Why can't you be happy when you're chilling with your family? Why can you not be the same level of happiness and get the same level of fulfillment when you think, okay, Sundays we're going to switch off. Sundays we're going to spend with our families, maybe with some friends who we've not seen in for a while. Maybe just doing something different. Why does success in your mind come from working 15-hour days? And it's just like the thing I'm trying to overcome at the minute right now, and I'm getting some help with it, is why can I not balance business life and fighting life? Like, that's just stupid, bro. Like, that's just really weak on my behalf. Why can I not balance a fight camp? And why can I not balance a business? When in reality, when I fight, I'm the most disciplined, dialed in, dangerous human I could ever be, how's that going to negatively impact my business? Yeah, I might be thinking about fighting a bit more, but dude, just get over it, bro. It's the same. It's like everyone still has things that's holding them back. And for us, it might be different to people, I don't know, who are making 100k a month. That might be different from people making 1k per month in a 9-to-5 job.
I think it's because of my goal is to make 100k per month every single month because of what those 100k can do to me and my family and my life. So that's my deepest goal. Not the money, but what it actually does.
But
So,
I'm going to counteract that.
yeah.
Can you not provide for your family and be very happy and have freedom making the money that you are, but also having a bit more gratitude in life about what you're doing? Like, can you not just like sit back and think like, I'm not in my hometown, I'm building a business right now, I'm making a lot of money, I can help my family, I am happy, I'm enjoying myself. Like, inevitably you're going to make 100k per month. Like, you know you are. There's no way in this world you will not make 100k per month. It's the same for me. Like, I fully believe that. You could put a mountain in front of me.
I'm making 100k per month.
Yeah, exactly. So why sacrifice all of that? You can still have a lot of presence and still be happy living the life we are.
Yeah, being more present is definitely a thing.
It's hard, bro.
It's hard as fuck. That's
hard.
why meditation is a cheat code. It helps you a lot with it. But what I mean is, like, if you have a goal, like, let's just have an example. Let's say your goal is to become the best football player in the world. Guess what will make you happy? Seeing yourself come closer to this goal. And guess how you will become closer to this goal? By practicing football. So this person who wants to become the best football player in the world, I was one of them. I wanted to become that person. That was one of my goals when I was younger. And going to the football field 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 times a week was crazy to some people, but I was happy doing it. I had to wake up at 4 a.m., 4:30 or 5 a.m., and I went to sleep at like 11 and 12. So I sacrificed my sleep because I was working out like twice every day, in the morning and after school, in the morning and after school. But I was happy doing it until I wasn't anymore. I realized that it wasn't what I wanted to do. But what I mean is, I think the happiness comes from you going after your goals. You know what I mean?
Seeing the progress.
Yeah, seeing the progress. Like, you are enjoying the process. Like, you are happy doing it. You will reach your goal, but you will just set another one. That's what's like. My goal first wasn't 100k. It was 10k. At first, it was just making money. Just make anything, you know. And I was still happy. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, the happiness comes from you going after your goals, not achieving them.
Yeah. That is enjoying the process.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what it means.
Enjoying the process is vague, though. If somebody tells you enjoy the process, this is what they mean.
It's like enjoying the process of eating a burger.
Yum.
I smash burgers, bro. Like, put a burger in front of me, it's gone.
Yeah, bro. But we're on a cut now.
Yeah, we're on a cut now, bro.
Yeah. Daniel, if you're seeing this.
Get jacked. I'm going to out-jacked Ned when he gets to Samui.
Yeah. Good luck, Chief.
Nice one, mate.
Yeah.
So you've just moved from Sweden. You went from Sweden to Marbella to Bangkok. The next month we're going to Koh Samui. What happened before? Like, tell me your story, bro.
So I was born in Syria, but because of the war and everything, we had to flee Sweden, where I had some of my family, like my mom's side of the family, already lived in Sweden. So we moved to Sweden when I was 9. It was tough, as you can imagine. Like, you're moving to a different continent, not only a country. Like, you're not speaking the language, don't have a house, don't have money, no nothing. Like, you couldn't take anything with you. and you go to a new country. For my parents, they had 4 kids, so me and my 3 siblings, to take care of like the responsibility. We were living with my grandmother, 6 of us in a 1-bedroom apartment with my grandmother. And we did that for like a year, and then we just kept moving in these 1-bedroom apartments because it was the only thing we could afford. So the only thing that I've seen is being broke. And I think, and I'm grateful for it if that's true, but I mean, who can tell if it is or not? That's what made me want money. I think that made my mind crave money. Like, you don't have it, you need it. Like, go after it. It was a good thing because, as I said, like when I was 16, I started reading business books. Like, it's not common for a 16-year-old. My friends were talking about Fortnite and GTA and FIFA, and I was also playing, but I stopped playing like video games when I was like 17. That was just end of it. I've never played since. So I started reading these books. I started reading like financial reports and for businesses like Meta, Apple, like
In English.
yeah, in English. Oh yeah, by the way, in English. You couldn't find them in Swedish if it isn't a Swedish company. And I did that for Swedish businesses too. It's like reading financial reports, listening to them, like they had the quarterly reports and yearly financial reports. I was just reading them, following the stock market. I learned a lot about business just by doing that. I also started investing like my own money, and my own money was in Sweden. You get like 1,250 crowns every month because you're a student. So yeah, I used to keep them, save them, and then put them into stocks. I made some money sometimes, and sometimes I lost them. It wasn't the point, but for me it was fun. Like, I was doing something, you know. I still wanted to make more money. I started trading. I started dropshipping. Didn't work out, or I couldn't make it work out. I had like these. I had a whole doc. I still have it. I haven't deleted it. I still have the document with like all my business ideas. I had so many that I searched on YouTube how to pick your best business idea. Like, I had so many. I wanted to do so many things. At one time, I was running 7 different businesses. None of them were making money or like anything significant. And that's when I started like learning. By this point, I'm probably 18, 19. That's when I started learning about these things. Like, you need to become the person who's able to make 10K per month. It's all about mindset. And I thought I needed different business models. I thought I needed like different 7 streams of income, all this bullshit. And then I stumbled upon this course, smma course. It was a guy named Samuel. I'm actually still in touch with him. Swedish guy named Samuel. He's like 2 or 3 years older than me. Talking on his YouTube channel about SMMA. Obviously, I started watching it. I wanted to make money online, and he was making it. He was doing what we're doing now. I was like, damn, I want that. So he was talking about SMMA, how he did it, how he made 100K per month, 100K in Swedish crowns, 10K per month by doing it. Fuck yeah, I want to do that. Then they were running this like 5-day challenge. So I went in for an hour every single day for 5 days. I jumped on, took notes. I think I still have the document. I wrote that, like, it was like a transcript. I was typing everything they said, every single thing. And at the end of it, obviously they pitched us. They gave us an offer. Buy our course. We will help you do this instead of you doing it on your own. By this time, I was tired of trying on my own. For 3 years, I've been telling myself I can do it on my own. I don't need anyone. I will just make it work. For 3 years. But I was still at the same place. Like, I wasn't making money. So I go up to my dad, mom, like, yo, I want to buy this course. Yeah, all right, how much? Like, they've seen me work, so they knew I was serious about something. Yeah, how much is it? What is it? It's like, yeah, it costs 20,000 crowns and like 2,000 USD. and it's this online guy. He's telling me to do this online stuff. Blah blah. They started laughing and telling me like I was crazy. What do you mean? Scam? How do you know he won't take your money? No, I know this guy. Obviously, they said no. Went down to my room again. I took out a loan on my dad's name. Bought the course. I jumped on a call with this guy. I took out a loan, bought the course, and I was like, let's just pay down the loan 24 months with my 1,250 crowns every month that I get because I'm a student.
So your student loan, your student income would cover that.
Yeah, exactly.
Did your dad find out?
Yeah, eventually he finds out. Yeah, after like a month. But the funny thing is, I was so invested. Like, for me, it had to work. Like, this is it. Like, I need to make it work. And I did. I just went to school, watching the course every single second of my extra time at the train, while commuting to school, while commuting to my football practice. I was still working out like 14 times a week just to make it work. And I was obviously still overthinking stuff. Like, if I could go back, I would probably redo it and just like land my first client in 5 days because now I know how to do it. And I landed my first client in the first month in less than 30 days, which is supposed to be fast, I guess. I don't know. And I got my first 6,000 crowns. That was my first paycheck. That was my first client. And I have been telling myself all this time when I started with the course, when I started making money with my first paycheck, I want to buy my family dinner. So I have booked this restaurant. I didn't tell them what it was about. I was just like, we're going to this place. I still had a girlfriend at that time. So I told her, like, we need to find a restaurant. Just taking my family there with my first money that I'm making. So I took them all, 6 of us, my girlfriend, my brother's girlfriend, now his wife, and my sister's boyfriend, the 9 of us, spent the whole 6,000 crowns on that dinner. And I didn't even flinch. I didn't care about the money. I knew I would make more next month. It was just like obvious. I will make more next month. And I did. I landed 2 more clients in like next month. I was making like 25,000 crowns still in high school. Just because of that.
And in USD, what's that, like 2.5k?
2.5k, yeah. I was still in high school making 2.5k like 3 months in a row, if not even more. I was just like, bro, I'm balling.
Yeah, but that must have felt good.
Yeah, it felt good, bro. It did actually. I started slacking for a little bit because I was
got comfortable.
I got comfortable and all these things. But
What did the people at school say about that? Did you receive support?
Everyone started asking me about how I was making money. I have like 6 friends who I gave out the course to them, and that was my fault. Don't do that. If you have invested in yourself, don't give your friends free stuff. It's just because they won't be as invested.
Yeah.
They didn't take the course seriously because they weren't invested. The same course that took me to where I am now, I've invested in more stuff since, but the same course that made me my first 6,000 or 25,000 per month every single month, and I made back my investment by a lot, didn't work out for them.
Mm.
It's not because of the course.
That's interesting. When I started to first make money, it wasn't a lot. We had a shoe cleaning business. I know.
Sounds fun.
It started out in our bedrooms, and then I took it to my dad's shed. That was a major upgrade. We had proper done it out, proper cool grind dungeon. And then this office unit came up for lease, for rent, and my kickboxing coach owned it, and it was underneath my kickboxing gym. I've got a great relationship with my kickboxing coach. He's helped me out so much. And he said, do I want it? It was out of budget, but I did it anyway. It was like, I don't even know how much it was. It might have been like £100 a week, if that.
That's a lot.
Or maybe £100 a month. I don't know. It wasn't much at all, bro. Like, it was so cheap.
Okay.
It might have been like I'm just butchering the numbers here, but it was so cheap. It was
Mm.
so cheap. And we moved in there. We kitted out. It was sick. We had like little laptop places, everything. We had like a little workflow system going on. And then we didn't account for the electricity bills, and it was in the winter when we got this. So it was freezing. So we had the heaters on, lights on, everything. And then we got one of the youngins in the gym to help us clean the shoes. And we give him like a £5. So we were charging £25 per pair. We were giving out a £5 to Jordan or £10 or something. And then the rest was just going on expenses, like ordering new stock. Because we did like cardboard boxes, we wrapped them up, we had loads of shoe cleaning equipment. And we're just expending all our money, and we couldn't understand how we weren't in profit. Like, what's going on? We're getting loads of clients. We're working super hard. I was there before I went to work in the morning, before kickboxing at night time, after kickboxing at night time. I can remember being in that office cleaning shoes with blood on my chest, wet kickboxing shorts on, wet hair from all the sweat, and my nipples were just like pointy as fuck because I was so cold, but I was still sweating from kickboxing. And we weren't making any money. And all my friends were like, they taking the piss. They were saying like, oh, businessman, stuff like this. They didn't know how much they thought I was making money. I let them know I was making money. And they were just like constantly taking the piss. And then I moved to Thailand, or I said I was going to move to Thailand. And people were like, yeah, right. And then when I booked the flights, they were like, oh, Will's going on holiday. Like, this was like the joke. The joke was, oh, Will's going on holiday. He's going to be back in a month or a couple of months. He's just going on holiday. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, no, I'm moving to Thailand. It's a one-way ticket. I'm not coming back. I quit my job, everything. And they were like, yeah, he's going on holiday. And that proper stuck with us. That proper like gave me fire. I was like, I am not going home. Even when things weren't working out in Samui in the first few months, I was like, no way can I go home. Because Will is not on holiday right now. Will is making this work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was how my business started.
That's crazy, actually. I think it's a really good thing to have your back against the wall. Is that what you say?
Yeah, I say that.
Like, you know what I mean?
I spoke about this at a few masterminds. It's like, I view life quite a lot through a fighter's lens and the eyes of a fighter. And if your back's up against like the ropes in the ring, like you're like this, and he's throwing punches, kicks, elbows, knees at you, and you don't do anything, the ref's either going to wave it off or you're going to get knocked the fuck out. So imagine in life your back's up against the ropes, but you actually try and like throw some counter punches. You move your head, you move your feet, you get off the ropes. You're back in the fight. You might have lost the round. You might have like got dropped or something, but you get back up and you keep going. And if you don't have your back against the wall, then there's not a sense of urgency. You don't have that sensation, that euphoric sensation where like, okay, this is a pivotal point. If I don't do something now, it's all over.
So I love that, actually. It's the same with fitness. It's the same with life. What makes us want to change is pain. Pain is the factor that makes us want to change. And we human beings hate change. Why we hate change is because change is unfamiliar, and we hate unfamiliarity because we don't know it, which could be dangerous, which could lead to us dying. That's how our brain is thinking. So what makes us want to change and actually do something about our situation is only if our situation is bad enough, or that it could lead us to somewhere even worse. These are the two like only things in life that can make us change. And that's what I think, like some people in, for example, Sweden, I think it's similar in UK. Bro, you can't be broke in Sweden. It's impossible. Like, if you're a Swedish citizen, you can't be broke. Like, the Swedish government will take care of you. You will either have a house, you will have food, like you will have the bare minimum to at least live. You know what I mean? Like, you won't be able to go out in restaurants, bars and stuff. But you won't die. That's what I can tell you. So a lot of people are just comfortable in Sweden. Like, you have your phone, you have your life, you have your car or bike or whatever. You can live, you can commute. Like, it's not too bad that you have to change. And it's not so good that you're satisfied or like happy. You're just there.
Yeah. Existing.
Yeah. And there's nothing like firing you up to change because you're not dying.
It's easy. Comfort's really easy.
So you need to like create the pain. You need to create the urgency.
Do you ever find yourself slipping into comfort?
I could before, but now I'm just better
Right.
at
Better at
catching
snapping out of it.
myself. Yeah.
When I was in the UK over Christmas, I flew back from Dubai because my granddad was in really bad health. Like we knew he was going to die, so I had to come home. So I came home, spent like a week not working, just sat by him. We were taking shifts, like sleeping and stuff. And then he passed. My head was in the clouds a bit. I couldn't really get back into work. And I was just surrounded by my family, and it was like comfortable. Yeah, I know my granddad just died, but it's quite comfortable because I was with my family. I hadn't had this in a year. And I then met a girl, and we're dating this girl. Went to Milan with her after the Bulgaria trip with the boys. And I read this quote, and it really stuck out, really resonated. It's under peaceful conditions, the warlike man attacks himself. And I wondered why I was getting these feelings and thoughts of doubt and failure, and how I'm just so comfortable being back in my bedroom I was for all these years. I thought, fuck, I need to get back out. And then as soon as I had that thought and that realization, because I'm self-aware, things changed. And then January, boom, doubled my record month.
It's crazy.
Yes.
We're going for 100k months, boys.
100k months to the moon.
All right, you want to end this?
Yeah. Mahir, where can people find you?
Hamidon / no, not slash. What's the
Underscore.
underscore?
Yeah.
Skål?
Score.
Hamidon _Maher. IG and YouTube.
HM
IDAN
underscore
MAHER.
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 Boys, you probably know me. Will Courtney with 3 Ys on Instagram. Will Courtney 0 on YouTube.
Let's go.